Hey, how's it going? So this is my financial checkbook spreadsheet. So basically here I have all of my wealth. These are all account balances. So this is my checking accounts and cash on hand. So this is my total wealth. These are the current running balance of each checking account and my cash. These are all savings accounts, so total savings adds up my savings of my various savings accounts. Total debt adds up the total debt of these accounts, credit cards and loans. This is where I put in new transactions. I will show you that in just a moment. This is my kind of analytical stuff, so it shows my cash flow. So this is my cash flow for the current month. Everything's broken down into largely 3 categories. That is extraneous expenses and bills. So things that are transactions that I'm expecting for the month and I have to pay for the month are bills. Things that I'm not expecting for the month but I have to pay are expenses. And things that I am not expecting and don't have to pay are obviously extraneous. Other than that, there's income. So this is the total of those for the month, for the week, for last month, and for last week. And then lastly up here, I have my current net worth. So this is if I paid off all of my credit cards and loans right away, right now, what would I have left over? And then these are all analytics further of the month, but really ratios. So my outcome to income ratio, a lot higher than it should be. Non-essential to essential, so kind of the extraneous and expenses compared to the bills. Non-essential to income, again, extraneous and expenses compared to my income. And essential compared to income, that is the bills to income ratio. So that is all of that. I'll show you the new transactions in just a moment, but I want to show you the other charts that I have down here. So these get generated for the month. This shows, again, the expenses, bills, extraneous. This is for the month, each day. So the black bar shows the total, and then orange is the expenses, red is the bills, blue is extraneous. I have this cut off at 150. The very, very large bars here, when I pay the rent and the car payment, they go way higher than necessary. I know that they're very expensive. And I cut it off here because I see kind of more the everyday sort of stuff. And then further down here, I have a pretty simple pie chart to, again, show the difference between those bills, expenses, and extraneous. So let me show you now how I put in new transactions. So this is the central interface of it all. So I have previously defined on a separate sheet what accounts I have, which are all these accounts here, as well as the categories, which I showed you before: extraneous, expense, income, and bills, and then subsets. Those are essentially categories of those categories. I'll show you in a second. So you come here and you select your account first. And then you go down here and you say, okay, well, what's the category? Let's say it's extraneous. Based on what the category says, it will pick a subset. So now that that's populated, I get eating out, entertainment, software purchases. If this was expenses, then this now says non-monthly, transportation, automobile, etc. Again, on the same token, bills, I have a lot. Car payment, what have you. So, and then it is the same for income. Transfers are technically another category, but I don't really need to show that. So let's just put in an extraneous eating out expense, which is sadly probably the most common. And we'll say it's $34.50. Okay, so press enter. That's all there. And I'm going to press submit and give it just 1 second. Now my account balances all populate. Those cells now empty out and everything is up to date. So my total wealth changed. My extraneous for the month has updated. My total current net worth updated. Everything's updated for the week, for the month, total, everything. So pretty cool. Enjoy.